Hello. I've been out working all day with my other job at Tweetminster, doing awesome stuff, creating news feeds out of social media for people, banks, things like that. Sorry, you don't need to hear any of that. My dinner is coming. I've only just got in. It's late, but look, I got another package, and this is a really important package. Now, what I'll do is I'll probably make a video with some of these things in more detail later, but you know how it is. I got my glass of wine. I'd just like to say hello, Bart, from Blender Nation. You rock, and once again, I'm boozing on video. I have a knife, Steven Seagal, Under Siege, and let's open up the package. A nice package from those nice people at Shapeways. The reason why I'm opening this so excitedly is because in here I have a different approach to the components I've been making. As you will see, I've got my first chains. I've got a couple of new concept cufflinks, and I've got some materials tests in for a slightly different kind of material. And what's this? What'll be this? Okay. So, just very quickly, number one, I've been working on a linking mechanism, a clasp mechanism, which you can see here. There is one part of the clasp, and here is the key. And the idea is that this... Okay, so if I can just show you. Basically, it's a locking mechanism for pendants or for a clasp on a chain. So this bit goes on one end of the chain, this bit goes on the other. And as you can see, it goes in, it slides down, and then it should click into place if I've got my measurements right. I haven't got my measurements quite right. It's not quite clicking. I've got some work to do on that. But anyway, that is now connected and it can't come loose. I thought I got my tolerances right, but of course 3D printing is not an exact science. There are tolerances, but basically that now can't come loose. You can jump around, you can move around, and it's fixed. If you want to undo it, you have to remove it in quite a prescribed fashion, as you can see, round there, and it's out. So I'm pleased. The concept works, but the execution is a little bit heavy-handed. I've got it here in alumide, so I'm going to try it in alumide and see if the tolerances have worked out better. So obviously here's the connector, here's the key. Let's try. Goes in, fits, goes down, comes round, and perfect! That works. So as you can see, that is now fixed. This can't move around. If I hold it up there, you can see that key won't move around in there, and this is now fixed. So to fix that at the back for a clasp on a necklace, or if you hang this on a chain like that, you've got an interchangeable pendant there. So you can easily remove that, take it off, and if something else has got that fitting on, put that on. So the system does work, and it's worked great in alumide. And also alumide's pretty tough. It's got some flexibility, but it's working well. So I'm really pleased. I'm glad that one worked out. It's typical, isn't it? The first one out of the box doesn't work. However, you know what? They're prototypes, right? And when you're prototyping, you have to be ready for things not to work. Check this out. Same mechanism I've done in the in the sandstone material. That feels good. I like sandstone. I like the sandstone because you can do colours in this. And let's see if that works. Let's just see. Here's the pendant attachment. And let's see, it goes in. It goes down. It rotates around. And yes, it works. Look at that. This one hasn't worked quite as well. I need to reduce the size of the holding pins on that, because so far it's only... actually, no, that's pretty good. The good news is, though, is that the ceramic material takes that. So Yeah. Okay. One of the really important things about prototyping is knowing, that when things come in the flesh, they might not work as perfectly. Now I've got something else here that I've been working on, which is my first 3D printed necklace, all in one. Oh yeah, and it's worked. It has worked. Now let's just try that on. Not bad. Actually, that has fitted. Now, of course, I'm not going to be wearing a pink plastic necklace. It's not really my flavour. But, as you can see, if you have a look, what are the characters on the necklace? Quite a lot of movement here, up and down. As you can see, they are not Space Invaders, I'd hasten to add. They are retro game-inspired characters. There we go. But that's kind of worked. There's a bit more movement in it than I'd hoped. So I think I need to do some work on my articulation. But there we are. You're going out raving with your buddies. You want to wear something fresh and fruity. There you go. Space Invaders. They're not Space Invaders. They're retro inspired. Actually, they're not Space Invaders, because in order to make them work as pixel art, you've got to actually fudge quite a lot of the connections to in the legs. So they are not pure Space Invaders. I tried it in the Alumide because I wanted to see how Alumide worked with necklaces, and I am very pleased with the results here. Here's my Alumide Space inspired retro game. There we go, and you can see very clearly there. Here are my little characters, and you can see it's a very simple design as far as the linking structure goes. I wanted to keep everything sort of square and bit shaped. Let's have a look. Let's just slip that on. Yeah, that works well. And again, there we go. I'm not going to be wearing a necklace like this. In fact, it may not actually end its life as a necklace, because one of the other things I wanted to try with this was modularization, taking modules and reusing them. So you have seen my little retro gamer characters on a necklace. Now, in about 2 minutes, I took the stem off one of my cufflinks and I fixed it to one of those, and look, there we are. That is a funky retro gamer necklace. Check it out. Sorry, cufflink. Perfect. That's worked out really well. And yeah, you know what? Even the more complex ones seem to have come out of that smelling of roses. And here we go. There, look at that fella. Hey, check it out. So, if you're interested in retro gaming stuff and, you like that kind of kitsch thing, I think these guys might be just the trick. And that is, in plastic, that is rock solid. Although the characters look quite thin, the limbs look quite thin here at the front, because of the depth, I've got a good 5mm depth on that. And that actually gives it real solidity. So again, when you're prototyping, you have to experiment with depth and different materials and things like that. So all in all, I am very pleased with the results. I've got more work to do on my clasp mechanism, which is not going to be a problem. I've got some more work to do on that because, as I said, as you can see with the stainless steel one, it's all fitting together very nicely, and the mechanical concept works fine. It's the fact that the damn things are just a little bit too wide to fit. So I need to do some skinning down on those. However, this is great because with this modular system, I can, have chains that hang pendants. I can have chains that connect together. And, I'm trying to create as many reusable components as I can. And as far as my retro gamer little icons go, I think they've worked out really well. Check that out. There we are. There's another one. I can't believe I just did that. I swear I'm not drunk. I'm just very excited. And with the chain, it's not bad. It doesn't hang quite as easily and smoothly as I'd hoped, but it's not bad. It's not bad. I think I'm going to experiment with some rings and, you know, alternative sort of layouts on that. If you have a look, very simple hook clasp that just holds that in position. I've angled that with an octagonal shape to make sure you got some nice bite angles. So if you wear this out and you're dancing, away it goes. Also, I think the length could be worked on. You know, you could have that shorter as a choker. There's all kinds of different angles you can take with this stuff. But I'm very pleased. Interestingly, for necklaces, plastic, the plastic material, the strong, flexible plastic, is a lot more comfortable than the alumide, which frankly looks cool, but feels a little bit like you've got some sort of metal around your neck, or earth, or rope, or something. So, there we are, another installment on my prototyping journey at Unique Plastique. Very pleased with those. I'm going to say cheers, Bart. Follow Blender Nation, follow Shapeways on Twitter, and follow me, Unique Plastique, as I continue on my exciting journey into stuff. I just got to press the button now. It's very hard to get a smooth sign-off when you're filming yourself on a Mac, so just pretend this whole last couple of seconds hasn't happened.